Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, we will be talking about vegan versus plant-based. Are they the same or are they different? But first, let's clean up my place. Let's go. What does it mean to be plant-based? This basically refers to one's diet and diet alone. Now, these are also people who only eats a diet or has a diet that comprises of plant food, hence the word plant-based. So it's solely based on plant food. Now, there are people who call themselves plant-based but still eat animal-derived products such as dairy, eggs, and sort of honey. So in a way, they are kind of like a vegetarian. In a practical scenario, if you go to a store and buy some sort of plant-based product, it doesn't necessarily mean it is vegan. These plant-based labeled products may sometimes have dairy or eggs or even honey, as I mentioned. This also applies to restaurants who says that they have a plant-based kind of menu, like let's say a plant-based burger. Now, saying that it is a plant-based burger, it also doesn't mean it is vegan. And here's why it's not vegan. One reason it might be is that it might be cooked or grilled on the same place where meat burgers or beef burger patties are actually cooked. So in a sense, that plant-based burger or patty is already contaminated with beef residue. So in a way, or technicality wise, that is no longer vegan. Now, another scenario on that one, on top of that, are the sauces. Sometimes, yes, they do have some sort of aioli to be drizzled all over that particular burger. Now, you don't know what's in that aioli. Sometimes it may have butter, or sometimes they actually spread butter when they grill it. So those are kind of the technicality parts that if you go to a restaurant and they offer plant-based meals or food, it doesn't necessarily mean they are vegans. Now let's move over to kind of a healthier plant-based diet, which is a whole food plant-based diet. Now, how is this different to a plant-based diet? The key keyword or importance here is the word whole foods. I've mentioned this before on my previous video. Basically, whole foods is more raw, more close to the original state, minimally processed food ingredients. So what does it take to be vegan, or what does it mean? Being vegan reaches beyond just a diet. It is a lifestyle, a way of life that avoids consuming, using, or exploiting animals as much as realistically as possible. Now, vegan typically avoids buying products that involves animal testing. Now, if a product, say you've gone through the research of what is in it and it's 100% vegan, but there are also factors for vegans who are very into the research and identified that this particular product was actually tested on a animal, then for a vegan, that is already a non-vegan product. Now, here is a quick matrix for vegan, plant-based, and whole food plant-based that we just talked about. Now, for the first one, you will see here meat, eggs, and dairy. And on the vegan side, that's already a no. On the plant-based, that is a maybe, as well as to whole food plant-based is also a maybe. As I mentioned earlier, plant-based doesn't necessarily mean vegan, because they might contain some sort of eggs, dairy, and some sort of animal byproduct. On the next one, which says oils and highly processed food. Now, for this one, you will notice on the vegan it says yes, but on the plant-based it says also yes, and then for the whole food plant-based category it says no. The reason being, obviously, as I mentioned, if it is a highly processed food, then that automatically gets dropped off if you are following a whole food plant-based meal or diet. Now you will notice oil. Why is oil on here? Oil is a very highly processed byproduct. Any form of cooking oil is highly processed. Let's just put an example, olive oil. Olive oil comes from the fruit or from the plant. You know, that little thing, that olive. That goes through a process wherein it gets pressed, it gets heated, and it's a whole cycle in order to get that liquid form. So in a way, or technically, that is a highly processed item. Now going to the whole grain, vegetables, and legumes, these are all a yes for all of these three categories on our sample here from Healthline. Those are all close to nature or close to original form. They are plant foods, so that's why it's all, you know, all checked in terms of these three sample categories that we have. Now in summary, in a health wellness perspective or aspect, being on a plant-based diet or vegan diet is kind of the same thing because you are only consuming plant food. However, I do recommend if you are going to go to this, you know, diet or lifestyle, I strongly recommend you going the path of a whole food plant-based or / vegan diet. So that is it for today. I hope this video was informational and has helped you differentiate between plant-based versus vegan. And if it did, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Do comment down below as well if there is something that you would like to see on this channel. And as per usual, I'll see you on the next video.